everyone, this is Stephanie from My Porch Prints, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this cool waterfall card. You've probably seen these before. It's a really simple fold, and I'm going to create mine using these specimen cards from my shop. These are printables you can get in my Etsy store. So let's get it started. So the first thing you're going to need to do is cut some paper that will be the back of the card, and there's probably a whole lot of math involved in this, but I'm not a very mathy person, so I tend to just kind of look at the size I need and cut according to that. So the cards I'm going to be using are this size, so what I'm going to do is cut the paper just a little bit smaller than the actual size of my card, so it'll be hidden behind it. So, let's see here. We're looking at about this size. So that's what I'm going to cut. And you can choose whatever kind of paper you like for this, double-sided or whatever. I just had this script paper that's a printable, and I went ahead and decided to use that. So what you want to do with this is fold it in half. And then what we're going to do is create a whole bunch of smaller folds, and that you want to make sure you get it really straight too, because otherwise it'll get off and then it won't work as well. But we're going to create some tiny folds just along part of this, like to the right side of the center fold. And they need to be about like 1/4 of an inch, at least for this project that I'm doing. I suppose you could do them different sizes depending on the project that you're doing. But I'm going to just go ahead and guess, because that's how I roll around here. And hopefully it'll work out. So there's my first fold. You can see it's kind of, I don't know if you can see that very well. And what I'm going to do is another fold, kind of the same size. And you can measure these out if you're more comfortable doing it that way. It's probably a smarter way to do it, but like I said, I don't always do things the right way around here. I'm a close counts kind of girl. Just ask my family. I like to make recipes that are close counts recipes instead of following the actual recipe, and sometimes that ends up good and sometimes that ends up bad. But you can kind of, once you get it going, you can kind of see where the fold's supposed to be. And you want to make enough folds so that there's one for each of your cards that you're going to be using. Each of these cards. So if I have 6 of these little guys, I'm going to make 6 folds to stick them to. So, how many do I have so far? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do a couple more here. And again, you want to make sure that you keep it aligned so it doesn't go, you know, crooked, like off center or anything. And then what I'm going to do once I'm done kind of doing this accordion fold, I'm going to fold them all the other direction. I'm going to fold them all backwards so that they've been folded, you know, forward and backward on the same fold. Once you're done doing your folds, and you've got as many as you need, you can start adding your cards. And I kind of need to decide which card I want on the front. And there was a little pink one that I really liked. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. Alright, so I'm going to make that. What you can do is glue if you want to, but I'm going to use tape because I don't have time to wait for the glue to dry since I'm going to be showing you how to do this. So I'm just going to go ahead and use a small piece of tape, and I'm going to tape it to my first fold here. And you want to get it just on that fold. You don't want it to touch the other ones. And also you want to leave a little bit of space at the top. Because otherwise the card won't be able to fold. So see how I'm leaving just a little bit of a gap right along here? There's a little bit of the under piece showing. And that'll help it to fold. Alright, and then what we're going to do is we're going to attach the next card to the next fold, and so on and so on. And we'll just keep layering them all the way down. And again, don't forget to leave a little bit of a gap. So that it gives your card room to flip. Okay, so it's coming together. You can see that it's starting to kind of work here. I think this guy's sticking a little bit. I'm going to try to reattach him. There you go. You can see it's kind of working the way it's supposed to now. So, one thing I haven't done before is try to round off these corners. I'm going to give that a go. Hopefully it doesn't mess things up too much. They're kind of poking out here at the top. So, alright. Now, what I want to do is create kind of a tab here at the bottom that we can use for grabbing, and so we don't have to awkwardly, try to grab the paper to make this work. So, in order to do that, I'm going to go ahead and use a round punch and some more of my paper. And I'm just going to, if I can get it in here, just cut a hunk out here. And now that I think about it, I might want this backed by some cardstock, just so that it's, a little more sturdy. I'm going to try to give it a border. I don't know if it'll work. It might be sloppy. If I had a larger punch, I would use it, but I only have the one size. So, yeah, it's a little sloppy, but I'm going to use it anyway. So, I'm going to go ahead and glue that. Oh, before I do that, actually, I want to distress the edges a little bit. Just to make this look a little bit nicer. And then I've also got this little arrow that I cut out from some black cardstock, and I'm going to put it on here just to kind of give a user a hint of what they need to do to make the cards move. While that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and round the corners of this under piece. and distress it as well. And then I'm also, so that's our first piece of paper right here. I don't know if you can see that. And then this is the kind of under piece. And what I want to do is to attach it to my card. You could do this a few different ways, but this is just a pretty easy way. I've got this piece of black paper that I cut out cardstock and rounded the corners. And I'm going to go ahead and just attach it right here underneath the fold. And I'm just going to use tape again. You could use glue if you want to. And that'll help kind of conceal it when I attach it to my black card. There we go. And then I'm going to cut off the rest of this, the excess pieces. And this will be the piece that I glue down onto my card to attach this. So, again, I'm going to use some tape where I would probably use glue normally, but it's quicker and I don't have to wait for it to dry. So I'm going to attach our little arrow piece to the undercard here. And still a little bit wet, but oh, and it's a little bit crooked. Let's see the advantage of tape. I can reattach it. There we go. And one more piece. I'm gonna attach that black piece that we just made to the card. So this piece right here, I'm gonna go ahead and attach it to the card where I want it to be. Right about there, I'd say. Looks a little bit crooked. It's a little bit crooked. There we go. Okay, and that's it. That's how you make a waterfall card. Not too hard. And I'll put links below for the printables that I used. Thanks for watching.